Hey, what's up, guys? So, somebody in the Facebook group just made a post about making it easier to find neutral, and it kind of inspired me to film this video really quick. I'm just filming it on my phone. In their post, they were talking about the gear shift lever, and there is some merit to that. I don't think it's going to make it easier to find neutral. I mean, it could if the lever is in a bad position for how you ride. Just a note about the lever. If you ride off-road and you ride standing up, you've got to adjust it so the lever is up high enough to reach when you're standing up, because you're going to be like back on your heels are going to be down. But something to keep in mind is if the lever is too high, it makes it really easy to hit the engine case right here with your boot, and so it'll feel like you're missing shifts. So when you ride sitting down, if you feel like you're missing shifts, try moving the lever down just a little bit, so you can get more positive contact with the lever. Just play with the positioning, because it makes a huge difference if it's not adjusted correctly for how you ride and for your boots. Now, what I do, or what I figured out to adjust how the bike shifts and making it easier to find neutral, is I found out that it has a lot to do with the clutch free play. And like, this bike is kind of weird because I don't actually feel like I have free play, but it does. I mean, not in a classic sense, but it does get hard right about here. So I guess you can call that free play, but it feels like it has a good amount of tension on it. Anyway, so this is what I do to adjust the clutch to, one, move the friction zone as far back as possible, so the engagement point is earlier, and it makes finding neutral at a stop way easier. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull this back and turn this adjuster all the way in, so there's no tension on the cable at this end, and then come around to your clutch arm. And so on your clutch cable, you've got your clutch arm right here. And then these are the adjusters for your clutch cable. This is a Himalayan cable, that's why it might look different. So what you're gonna do is adjust 95% of your lever free play with these nuts. So, if you, up at the clutch lever, if you back the adjustment collar all the way off, on a stock bike, you're probably gonna have a lot of free play in the lever, and then you're gonna come down here to these nuts, back off the the lock nut, and tighten this nut until it removes almost all of the free play out of the lever. Once you do that, come back up to the lever, and you should have 10 millimeters of free play or something. Adjust the rest of the free play out with the adjustment collar up here. And you can see on mine, that's maybe a turn and a half to 2 turns. It's not very much. So what that does is, if you take all of the free play out of the cable down here at the clutch arm, it moves the friction zone all the way back, and it makes it to where you're fully disengaging the clutch when you're stopped. And that's why people have a hard time finding neutral. Once I figured this out, finding neutral at an intersection, I can do it every single time. It's just that if it's not properly adjusted, you're not fully disengaging the clutch. That's why it's hard to find neutral unless you're rolling. Okay? So just try that out, and let me know if you have any questions.